Hello and welcome back to Viralis13, aka Johnson from Practically Gods. Um, Coming to you with another episode of Jurassic World Evolution right after the other one. I'm hoping, at least anyways, because I've struggled with trying to record on PS4, and it'll break my heart if I go ahead and have to trash more footage for nothing. I just skipped over listening to Owen Grady talk because, as much as I love Chris Pratt, I did not need to the Dinosaur Park formation. Okay. Oh, hey. Alright, so I'll send a group out to the Dinosaur Park formation. Where is that? Oh, wait, I was just looking at it. Right there. Okay. So, last time, mostly just listening to NPCs. Do I really call them NPCs? They're not, I don't know, they're characters in a game, but it feels weird because they're like Jeff Goldblum as Ian Malcolm. I don't know if they got like Chris Pratt to come back for Owen Grady or not, but that's besides the point. So, hold on. Oh god, I don't want to yawn in the middle of these recordings because that seems so rude. I think I've already made mention of that in other stuff, but I usually end up doing this stuff like later at night. Also, I'm talking a lot more, obviously, to you, to myself, whichever you want to go ahead and refer to it as. I should have... Is it ready? Do I have enough DNA? Okay, almost done, almost done. Okay, I should be able to go ahead and make that 70% Triceratops now. Ooh, 77%, nice. So, now I incubate it. And, yeah, like I said in the previous episode, the higher the genome completion is, the more likely it's going to succeed. Hopefully I don't encounter a scenario where I fail this early on, because that's just a waste of money. But, yeah, so last episode was really more just, like, listening to the game explain how you play the game. I've played the game before, and it's just kind of irritating to listen to all over again, especially when every time I try to speak, I kept getting interrupted. Well, you saw the episode. I hope you saw the episode. Otherwise, you're watching this out of order. Please go back to episode 1, like, comment, subscribe, and come back here, like, comment, subscribe. But, yeah, right now I've got two, Sarah the Triceratops and Steve the Struthiomimus, which... Oh, helicopter's back. But, yeah, so as I said, am a huge fan of Jurassic Park.
That was impressive.
I love everything about it. I mean, I've watched the movies, I've watched or not watched, I've read the books. Oh, I read them on Audible, which means that someone read them to me. Love Audible. Audible, if you're listening, please give me a sponsorship, because I have bought the entire Star Wars collection on Audible. That is how much I make use out of that program. Dinosaurs ready? Sorry, I love the majesty of that like introductory scene. Oh no, you have a disease. Okay, well first I'm gonna go ahead and name you... I'm going to name you Treasure, because you're a treasure to me.
Or what comes next, that's gonna be on your hands as well.
Okay, so... Add task, it's been a while since I've done this. I forgot about some of the aspects. Are they moving? Okay, they're moving already, so I can leave them to do that. Yeah, I forgot that, you know, the dinosaurs will still get infections. Not they're immunized. Immunized? I said that weird. So yeah, the ranger will come out and fix it. It always blows my mind because I see like the open gate when they come in, and I think that a dinosaur will escape through it, but they never do. I feel like that would have been a very interesting fact if they could just run away while you send people in, but... And the thing is... Hold on.
I've done it. We are on the path to a pure strain dinosaur. This will definitely shift the paradigm. I can't ignore this accomplishment. With your help, obviously. That goes without saying. But under my direction. I think we make a good team. Let's do this again. I'll let you know when.
I've witnessed Dr. do a flail and fail before. Now with you, she believes she is on her way. Does she really think she can accomplish what I have not?
One thing that gets me about this game is they, you know, you got Dr. Wu in it, and like I was saying before, the way they also set it up is that it's like the events of Jurassic World.
I've got something new for you to look at.
Okay, sure. They treat it like this happened after Jurassic World, the movie, and because it came out after Jurassic World, before Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. But it just feels weird because it's like, okay, we failed again after like some level of success. Let's try again. It's, I don't. One thing I would love to actually see, because they. Oh god, there's so much stuff I keep like remembering that I have to do. Because there's research, there's collecting DNA. Like, some of these don't matter; they're cosmetic things, but it's still interesting to see. What was I saying there? Crap, I do this to myself all the time. And hold on a second. Okay, so I've completed one of 3 missions. Oh, I gotta wait until I have a good enough rapport with the other 2 guys before I can advance, like, get to their missions. I forgot about that. So I have to do, like, the little contracts just to boost it up piece by piece. And again, no, I didn't say it this time. I said it the first time, but, like, you succeed with one of them, and then another one gets upset. Like, I do this contract with science people about getting the profit up to 50,000, and then one of the other 2 is going to be, like, minutely ticked off with me. And it makes no sense whatsoever, because they should all just be happy that I'm doing certain things that benefit the park as a whole. Oh, that's right. That's what I was saying. Yeah, so one thing I would love to see, and I'm going to have to fill the void of not having anything to do while I'm waiting to make other... You know what? I'm going to make another Struthiomimus. Give Steve a friend. Not to say that Treasure and Sarah aren't, but he deserves to not be the only one of his kind in there. I would love to see, maybe in a novel, although it's kind of weird because now you're bouncing back and forth between novel to novel about a movie, which they've technically done. I think it's like a prequel that explains Claire Dearing's time, like how she kind of got into her role there. But I would love to see, like, how was it that the Maserati, I think that's the name of the company, you know, corporation, went ahead and succeeded in obtaining all the assets for, you know, the creation of Jurassic World, because this was all... Okay, not as spectacular.
Struthiomimus. Interesting. Another dinosaur that furthers the case of a
Oh shoot, I forgot to give him a name.
to our modern
Nope,
birds.
her. We're gonna name you Regina. Oh, right there. See? They're talking. They're friends. Maybe even more. There's other shit I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I would love to know, because it's... No, Biosin's the other one. Shoot, as much as I love this series, I'm having a brain fart. I am forgetting which InGen. God damn it, it's InGen. I am an idiot. Yeah, so how did they go ahead and obtain all... I guess they did kind of point out that, like, InGen was dealing with some, rough times by the end of Lost World. And they want... that, you know, they had to go ahead and probably sell off portions of the company, which I guess gave them the legal holding on cloning dinosaurs. Now I'm curious as to, like, what were they doing that was better than what InGen was doing initially. I mean, because let's be honest, you know, you go ahead and you watch that movie with Jurassic World, they seem to have had everything successful. The only major issue came down as, you know, they said, hey, it's not enough, we need to make a whole new dinosaur. And then they did, and that, you know, that hurt them. That was a really bad idea. But, I'm going to go ahead and try to put my ramblings in order, because when it comes to Jurassic Park, there's so much to talk about. And if I don't organize it, I'm going to go ahead and probably talk about the same thing 5 different times and piss people off. So, the first thing I gotta say is that if you've ever read the novel Jurassic Park, you know completely that it's a different beast than the movies are altogether. And that's not to say anything insulting about either of either the novel or the movie, because you go ahead and you play... Not play, I'm playing. You go ahead, you watch Jurassic Park, and that is it's a cinematic masterpiece. It's easily in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. It did everything right as far as I'm concerned. You know, you could go ahead and, like, nitpick, you know, outline certain things here and there, but it's, like, even today, graphics-wise, it's just one of the absolute, like... It's astounding that people make movies with CGI and stuff today, and they still can't get to the same level that Jurassic Park, which was out over 20 years ago, almost 30, you know. The fact that they can't get the same level... I hear my phone going off, and it's Buddy and Leah, and I just want to go ahead and tell them to shut the fuck up because I'm recording. I hope they watch this episode and they hear that. You hear that, Buddy and Leah? Shut up. Stop arguing. I don't know, it's humorous to me, but anyways. Jurassic Park, the film, I think it did everything right. It had interesting characters. Okay, hold on, I'm not gonna talk from the security guy.
We're taking this one to the bank, and we got you to thank for it.
Which means I should immediately start another...
3 words.
Nope.
Contract.
I need to go ahead and start things with the other dudes, so...
This new contract could prove valuable to the security division.
Okay. So, this is pretty simple, because your guests have absolutely nothing to go ahead and defend themselves with. So you go ahead and you build nice little shelter in place kind of thing, you know. Hold on, I just had... there we go. And yeah, goddamn, I derailing myself every chance I get when I talk the way I do. Um, but yeah, so the movie's just, it's a cinematic masterpiece. It holds up after all this time. I mean, it's to the point where, you know, people hate Jurassic World for a lot of reasons. And I'm going to address that because I think it gets hate for the wrong reasons at times. There's definitely issues with it, but I'm going to go ahead and address that a little bit later. And this is all stuff where I'm going to go ahead and throw this out right now because I'm sure that if you've ever heard of Clayton Fiorti, he's a YouTuber who is just, he's the master of Jurassic Park. This guy
The
knows
security
everything.
division owes you one.
I suggest you watch all of his videos to know things about Jurassic Park that you never would have expected. Like,
Lambert here. I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over, then let me know if you're interested.
okay. He wants me to make the Edmontosaurus. I already had all the stuff
Glad
to make
have you on
him.
board. As you can imagine, the animals in the various facilities are constantly probing for
Want
weaknesses
to research
in our
again?
security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
I've got to give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
I'm gonna need you to extract enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on. Okay, next you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond creation laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
There's so much stuff that they want from you. I'm going to tuck this away over here, because... Nope, not too far that way. Okay. Connect the dots. And build a nice little path this way. Alright, this one's gonna be kind of an easy, almost stupid name, but I'm gonna name this one Eddie. Also, minor thing, I love the fact that I guess like the strongest, healthiest in a specific herd will get this alpha title. I like it, it's cute. Okay. You always got to remember to keep an eye on the feeders as well, because they will run out.
Excellent work on that contract. Our research budget is more secure now.
Okay, I'll do another one with her, because I want to try to finish up the science division.
Has something you should take a look at if you'd be so
Lifespan
kind.
trait of 70. So I probably want to focus on more Edmontosaurus stuff. Ceratosaurus. We'll focus on Edmontosaurus up here. Okay, and then... Oh shit, the power plant's done, so I need to go ahead and build a ACU center. And that's important for, like, transporting and controlling the dinosaurs, kind of. Like, you've got the rangers who can help out, but these are the people who, like, if you have a dinosaur that gets out of it was the reload speed that I needed. I knew it was one of those things. I should have just double checked, but whatever. Again, you kind of need to hit all these research nodes anyways. Reload speed. They cost money to do. Okay, going back, because I know I was derailing myself again, letting the game control, and it'll do it again, I know it will, but I love the movie because it's amazing, but it's completely different in its own way from the novel, if you've ever read it. If they had done the novel exactly as is for the movie, one, it would have been rated R, because there's a lot more gory scenes. Nothing that I would really call excessive, but I mean, it gets rough.
This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy because frankly, it is. But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
Jeff Goldblum.
Business is good, but it can always be better. Consider this contract.
I haven't even hit 1.5 stars, and they want me to go ahead and... Alright, so like I said earlier, I can open the gate here. And now I wait, because I have to do this stuff, unfortunately.
The ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
Okay, so I select them, I add a task, and I select you. And close the gate before anybody else gets out, because I see that Triceratops coming. Who is that? It's Treasure. She was curious.
Know this is just supposed to be a drill, so watch your back.
While I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it at a later time. Right now, we have our hands full.
Now, you can manually take control of the helicopters and do the shooting yourself. I am not going to do that because I'm terrible with that. Let's see. So now, add task,
You'll need
and...
to call in the offshore transport team to safely move this dinosaur back to its enclosure.
Transport. So I click you, and I send Eddie back here.
En route to collect the asset.
And that's... Oh, God, that's something else. I made the joke earlier about, you know, making cookies. Like, you know, oh, dinosaur's done. But it... Oh, God, I'm changing subject. I want to talk about the novel stuff more. But one of the things that I love about this series is that it really outlines that even though the dinosaurs are living, breathing creatures, and they deserve the rights they do, but by all understanding, they are not natural creatures. They are test tube babies, you know, creations, leftovers from a, you know, God, I'm stumbling over my words here. Ian Malcolm says it in the movie. I mean, Alan Grant says it in the movie. They all say it in the movie, you know. The dinosaurs went extinct. You know, what we see in the movie are, you know, theme park monsters made by John Hammond for the purpose of selling tickets. You know, it's a crude, kind of insensitive way of looking at it, but they're not the natural creatures. It leads to a lot of fun theories about everything in Jurassic Park. You know, like the whole concept that they can go ahead and breed is because that they are not natural. Oh, transmission. His was so much faster.
And that's the job finished. True and square. Look, the thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
Alright, so I just finished the security stuff there. I'm coming up on my time. I'm going to go ahead and continue rambling on about all the other stuff in a moment, at least for me. For you, it'll be 2 days if you decide to watch, or 3 days, depending on where I go ahead and release this stuff. So what'll happen is, yeah, I'll continue next time, because this feels like a good place to cut it off. So like, comment, subscribe, and get infected with fun. Have a good day.